What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today, or welcome back to the channel, rather. Today, we're going to rank every single Power Rangers weapon, vehicle, and battleizer, or power-up, depending on your translation. Um, it's gonna be a four-part video, so I decided to separate it into four parts. Um, there's gonna be a couple of couple of rules, a couple of regulations, depending on what this tier list consists of. So right here, or right here, or wherever, possibly too much, possibly to your right, or to my left, or by you will see the list. You will see the list of rules and regulations right here. So that will get you up to speed on the rules, regulations of this tier list. So we're gonna go by era. Um, we're gonna go by era, and we're going to analyze each weapon. We're gonna go by performance, damage output, and the overall design of the weapon. Um, there's some weapons that I didn't mention in this video, and I apologize for that. There were some other weapons that I saw that I never seen in the Power Rangers franchise, and therefore I can't necessarily put them on the list because I haven't seen them in person. So I apologize if I missed any other weapons or any other stuff that you see throughout the course of this video. So yeah, for starters, we're gonna do weapons, and then I think tomorrow or Tuesday rather, we will do vehicles. And then the next day we're gonna do battleizers, which is gonna be my favorite. I adore the battleizers and Power Rangers. I mean, I think they're awesome. The power ups are absolutely phenomenal. And to finish it all off, we're gonna do a little bit of a bonus part. Um, we're going to do uh, team-based weapons. So you know how the Power Rangers combine their weapons together to create one big weapon to take care of the bad guys. Yeah, we're gonna analyze those two and see where they rank. And at the end of the video, we're gonna smash it all together into one huge tier list, and we're going to see which ones will be the tops in their own individual category. So that's how it's going to be. Now we're gonna head into um, how I got it set up, and we're going to see together how these weapons stack up. So follow me. All right. So as you see here, I have a whole host of weapons from 3 or 4 different eras of Power Rangers. Um, every area is subject to change, and every single weapon, I have basically every single weapon in here, except for exceptions that I didn't. I chose specific side weapons or melee weapons, as I want to call them, um, like the Quasar Sabers, if I can say it right. Um, Quasar Sabers, Rescue Blasters. If you can hear wind, that there's an airplane in the background. I'm sorry about that. Um, the Magic Staffs. Anything else that you can see here. Um, you can see more morpher based weapons. I didn't include the Dino Charge Morpher because I didn't think that it was a weapon. But to my surprise, it actually was. It actually is considered to be a weapon. I thought it was just a morpher, and you can actually use it as a blaster. So if I didn't put it on there, I'm sorry. I was kind of I was kind of looking at this and trying to understand where every single thing stacks up in terms of, weapon design, performance output, damage. Um, Most of these do some pretty good damage. Others are just duds at this point. So I guess we can start with the I mentioned I mentioned we're gonna start by era. So I guess we can start with the power with the Mighty Morphin weapons. These are your generic weapons here. Power sword, all these others, the power sword, power axe, power bow. I think the most iconic is Saba and the Dragon Dagger. These two are probably the most iconic weapons of Power Rangers. Possibly all five, possibly all seven of these weapons are um very um very iconic in their own right. So I guess we can put them in S tier because it's the one that started it all. And I can say this, um it would be disrespectful if I put them in a lower tier. So I'm going to put all of them if um if the browser will let me do all this because forgive me if the computer decides to go haywire because there's so many images in this. I could have just put them in landscape mode and it would have been much faster. But I'm on a strict time limit. I want to get this video done as soon as possible so that I will get on to the next part. Um, but yeah, um, I'd say that the Mighty Morphin weapons are very iconic on its own, and they get the respect that they deserve. Uh, Next up, uh, we're gonna do the weapons from Power Rangers Zeo. Now, obviously, I haven't watched all these except for In Space, Lost Galaxy, and Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, and Wild Force. Um, I haven't watched all the seasons of Power Rangers, but I know one thing. They do a good job of weapons, and um, as you see, I think the Zeo weapons look a lot better, a lot better. But in terms of the Mighty Morphin weapons, I don't think they compare. Um, they do a great deal of damage, performance, design. Their weapons designs look phenomenal as they should be. So I'm gonna put these in A tier. Now it's gonna be a little bit controversial, but yeah, it's not your typical iconic weapon. Um, obviously this season has some of the strongest Rangers in the franchise, but that doesn't mean their weapons is are. I don't think their weapons compare to better weapons in the franchise. So I guess I can put them in A tier. Hurry, hurry up, hurry up! Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry, guys. Like this thing. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think you guys are gonna see it though. Okay, okay. I think you guys are seeing it. It's just that it's taking forever. So I'm gonna put these up. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm probably gonna change the image here once I get up. Once I get up there in a minute. I think I have a whole host of images. That's why it's taking a very long time for them to actually get up to the tier. So I guess I can just go to no crop. Okay. I guess I guess. Okay, okay. This helps. This helps a lot now. Okay, this helps a lot. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I guess we solved the problem there. All right. Next up, the terrible weapons. Now this is very controversial, so I'm going to tell you to you straight. Hold on. Let me choose on. Let me do another. Let me do another tier here. Um, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put an F there because I got something to say about these weapons. Although they're a little bit iconic, I keep saying that word, but Turbo was not the best season of Power Rangers, and let me tell you why. The car motif just wasn't clicking for most people, and I guess I can say they are in the D tier because you can do a lot worse. So they can do a lot worse, but at the same time, I'm not about to sit here and just give them their flowers just because they tried. I mean, they tried. I'm not saying that they didn't try, but at the same time, you you can do better. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. They're weapons, but you can do a lot better. Next up is Power Rangers in Space. Obviously, these weapons are really cool, especially when they're combined together. Um, um, when these four combine their weapons to create a Quadra Blaster, the Quadra Blaster is just it's just phenomenal as a weapon. And the Silverizer that the Silver Ranger has in his hand here, it's just a fantastic weapon. Andros' weapon is great too, especially when it's in its booster mode. So I say it's in a B tier, not to not not an A tier just yet. You can do a lot better, but at the same time, these weapons are really good, and it's an improvement over the last season. And you know, like I said, you can do a lot better with the you can do a lot better. Um, Next up, Lost Galaxy. Oh my goodness, the weapons are amazing. The weapons are amazing because I adore the trans daggers, especially when they're in their star formation. I love these weapons. These weapons are great. Um, I believe this is the first season where they didn't go to they didn't go the same exact formula as other seasons in the franchise. But these weapons, oh my goodness, especially the Magna Defender's weapon is really good. I love these weapons. They deal massive damage to anything in its path. And the Quasar Sabers, they're really good. They're a really good melee weapon. Um, the Quasar launchers are great too, but I can see why Lost Galaxy was a really good season because of the weapons. The design is beautiful. Everything's color coded to match the Ranger's color. It's really beautiful, and the color just sticks out. Oh, so cool. So I can put this in A tier. I can put this in A tier. It may seem controversial. I promise you, I promise you, there's gonna be an explanation why, and you'll know about that in a second. But I absolutely adore these weapons. These weapons are absolutely phenomenal. Um, they're so cool. I just like them. Now, before we move on, I just like to address something. I just like to address something real quick. I didn't choose any villains' weapons. I didn't choose any villain weapons because I felt like it didn't fit the motif of this video. This isn't about villains. This isn't about villains' weapons. Although they look pretty cool, I don't think it will fit the motif of this video because they're about Power Rangers weapons, not villains weapons. If you want me to do a Power Rangers tier list about villains weapons, let me know in the comments below. I'll do that. I'll do that. But this is a Power Rangers episode. This is a Power Rangers tier. This is a Power Rangers weapons tier list, not something else entirely. But I just want to put that out there. Next up, Lightspeed Rescue. These four right here, I don't like them, but I don't think it's gonna matter a lot because um the V Lancers, I like the V Lancers. The V Lancers look really good. Um, their arsenal just it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare really. I think that they would do much better, but at the same time, I can't quite put my finger on it. But I think there was one. I think there's something there's something that like kind of pushed me away rather. It's just that the design of these weapons are just bland, and it's just like it just shows it just it's just what it's just a weapon for weapon's sake. I don't know if you know this about me, but I like as a gamer, like when you think of a weapon, you want a weapon that's like a really good in design but packs a punch. And although these weapons pack a punch, they look bland to compare. They look bland in design. It's just like it's uh, I'm I look and I know this sounds harsh, but like the it looks like it looks like a 5-year-old designed these weapons and made them look like they were cool in a way. And then obviously they do this to sell toys and whatnot. So I can put all these weapons in C tier, and I think you guys wouldn't. Yeah, I think you guys wouldn't mind that. I mean, let me know what you feel the rank these weapons in the comments below, man. I'm actually really curious to see what you guys come up with. Like in the last tier list video, um, you guys were chopping it up in the comment section. It was kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting seeing you guys seeing you guys chop it up over which villain was better. Anywho, um, that's a story for another time. Um, let's get into the Time Force weapons here. We don't have much to choose from. I don't I don't believe we do. But we have the Chrono Sabers, the Electro Boosters, Chrono Blasters, the V weapons, the Quantum Defender. No, and a Quantum Defender. I thought it was a separate weapon. But hmm, I don't know. I don't know about these weapons. I like the Chrono Saber. I like the Electro Booster. The Chrono Blaster is where you got me turned off because you would have done a lot better with the Chrono Blasters here. It just kind of sucked. So I prefer the V weapons because they combine to form the Vortex Blaster, which I like. I absolutely love the Quantum Defender. I absolutely love that weapon. It's in shape of a dinosaur. Plus, it turns into a sword. How iconic is that? But I'm not gonna give Time Force the disrespect that I'm not gonna disrespect Time Force by putting it in C tier. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Just in respect for this show. Because this is a show that I've grown to love. Because I love time travel, first of all. Second of all, the Quantum Ranger, he probably has the best weapon in the entire franchise. And possibly has the best story. Best he has yeah, I think he has the best story of any sixth ranger. And like Eric's story is kind of heartbreaking. You kind of feel bad for him, but he is kind of a jerk sometimes. But he learns to warm up during the end of the series. And not to mention, his weapon is fantastic. It can turn into a blaster and turn into a sword. And it also has free strike mode, which is just oh, chef's kiss. Anyway, Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Clayton. anyway, anyway, let's move on to Wild Force. I'm gonna tell you some. I'm gonna tell you something that should have been mentioned in other videos. But most of these weapons were not used. Not. I'm saying this. I'm saying this to be nice here. But some of these weapons weren't used in the show. For example, where in the entire episode, not uh, besides forming the Jungle Blaster, who in the who did you see in the entire Power Rangers Wild Force season? Did Cole ever use the Falconator, or did Taylor use the Armadillo Pug, or did Danny or Max or Amelia? Amelia? Is that her name? Or Amelia used their other weapons besides their traditional weapons. Because most of these weapons, they're probably here for toy purposes. Because they use their traditional weapons more than their new weapons. And I feel like that's a big letdown because how do you have new weapons but you don't use them? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. The Lunar Q, it's obviously the Six Ranger has the best weapons, but in terms of the main Ranger's weapons, they use their traditional weapons more than they use their new weapons. And the Falcon Summoner has been used twice, while the Falconator hasn't been used at all, except for forming the Jungle Blaster, which sucks because I really wanted these other weapons to be used. I wanted the Falconator to be used. I wanted the Rhino Shooter to be used. I wanted the Soda Padoas to be used. The Deer Clutcher I wanted to be used. And the Soaring Darts we only seen once or twice rather. The in a fight against Zanku and another fight against another Org. I don't know. I don't know, but it's something. It's something that I can't stand. Like you have new weapons, but you don't. But you don't use them unless you're combining your weapons to form the Jungle Blaster, which to form a new weapon, which I don't understand why. But at the same time, if you're having new weapons, right? And Jungle Fairy does a good job of using secondary weapons. And Jungle Fairy is a good example as to how I'm getting at here. When you have new weapons that are introduced into the series, they actually use them, right? They actually use them. Like Casey uses the Shark Sabers, Theo uses the Jungle Fan, and Lily uses the Jungle Mace. And correct me if I'm wrong, but when was the last time that somebody used a new weapon and they actually used it for once in a fight? And I don't know. I don't know. It just bothers me as to why they would use a new weapon. They will have a new weapon, but don't use it. But don't use it in the fight against a villain that you just so happen to have a new weapon, but you don't use it throughout the course of the series unless you're combining it and turning it into a new weapon. Like I'm sorry. But the weapons look phenomenal and I don't and I'm not here to complain about the usage of a weapon. So I guess I could put this in C tier. I I don't know what I don't know what got over me. It's just I just hate that. Like I hate when you have when you have actual weapons that when you have actual new weapons that you have for you know for that specific reason, they can't they you can't have new weapons and don't use them. you can't just say, you know what? I'm just gonna have I'm just gonna not use my new weapon because I just so happen to have it. It just doesn't make sense. So that was the Saban era of weapons. Not bad. The only low point was Turbo. Um then we got three more eras to go. We got three more eras to go, so hold on for a second as I get ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have finished the Saban era of weapons here. Now we're gonna get into the good stuff. We're gonna get into the Disney era of weapons because I know this is gonna get some hate, but the Disney era has access to one of the best weapons in the franchise. I love these weapons, especially the Jungle Fury weapons. They are really iconic for their time, and you know who does it better? But we're gonna start with Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm is quite simple. A Ninja Sword's traditional melee weapon. Ninja Sword Gold looks good. I like it. Um, the Hawk Blaster, it's really cool. Sonic Fin, I don't know why. I don't know why it's considered a weapon. The Line Haul is just a big hammer. It's like Amy's Pico Pico hammer. I might show an image there, but I might show an image somewhat throughout the screen, but like it's like Amy's Pico Pico hammer, but it's yellow and it's not. It's like it dwarfs the size of that hammer. But yeah, I like the Thunder Rangers weapons, arsenal weapons, better because I say that I think the Thunder Staffs kind of suck. Um, this I don't know what type of weapon that is. um, and the samurai. I think the samurai saber. The samurai saber is just a sword. It's not. It's not nothing special. But I'd say these weapons are really good. They're really good, especially together. Um, I like the Storm Striker. I also like Thunderstorm Cannon, which is nice. Um, I guess I can put this. I guess I can put this in B tier. Good weapons. Good weapons. They're impressive. They are impressive enough to be at the B level. Because who knows? Maybe maybe they can be higher on this list. But it's just like don't think I don't think it deserves that top spot. I think it's I think you can do better. Um so I will put all these in B tier. Next up, Dino Thunder's weapons. Now I added the Shield of Triumph because it's technically a weapon. It's technically a weapon, but I didn't want to put this in here because it turns you into the Triassic Ranger. So I was thinking, no, this shouldn't be considered a weapon, but it is a weapon. So it's an offensive and defensive weapon. Now I did ask one of my friends if a shield is considered a weapon, and it is. It is considered a weapon. So I guess it counts. But the weapons as a whole for Dino Thunder is they're really cool. They're really cool weapons. They represent their they represent their respective dinosaur, Tyranno Staff, Triceratops Shield, Terra Grips, the Brachio Staff, the white Drago Sword, the Shield of Triumph, Thundermax, Thundermax Sabers. All all of them. All of them are really cool. And I I will put them in A tier because they're a step above everyone else. They're a step above Ninja Storm in terms of weapons here. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this by image because it's kind of tough to put all these up here because there's a whole bunch of images in the way. All right, so I'm gonna put these in 8. I'm gonna put these in 8 here. They're not better than Lost Galaxy, but Dino Thunder was probably the best. It's the best. They have the best set of weapons, and I like them. All right, so I'm going to add them all. Yeah. Also the Shield of Triumph looks absolutely phenomenal. The design looks incredible. Alright, so we're gonna put all these in here. Tier A. Halfway down. Oh, never mind, we're not. Anyway, SPD. We got about 4 weapons here. We got the Delta Blasters, Delta Batons, the Delta Enforcers, I think, and Shadow Saber. Shadow Saber is iconic for the Shadow Ranger. It's a perfect weapon for Doggy Cougar. The Delta Blasters, very cool. Um, twin blasters. Who doesn't like twin blasters? And the Delta Batons, I don't like them. I don't like them. They're kind of dull in a way. I know they're supposed to be swords, but at the same time, they're batons, man. They're batons. They look nothing like swords. That right there, that's a sword right there. That's what I like to see. This, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I guess I can give them a C. I can give them a B tier. A little bit above Ninja. A little bit. It's below Ninja Storm. They're good weapons. It's just that we need enough. We need more than enough to solidify its place. To raise its place among the standings of this tier list. Next up is Mystic Force. Now, Mystic Force has a whole bunch of weapons that I haven't seen. Well, not really. They have 3 different flavors of magic staff modes. We have the regular magic staffs used by all 5 rangers. We got the magic staff sword mode, crossbow, sword mode, crossbow mode, and axe mode used by the red ranger, green and yellow rangers respectively. We got the stone staff. We got the solar. We got the Solaris Knight weapon. I don't even know what this called. Is this the Solar Lands? Solar Lands? I think. I don't know. I don't know. You might need to educate me in the comments. I don't even know. The Lion Staff. The Lion Staff. This is a worthy exception. This is a this is a exception here. Crossbow mode of the Lion Staff. The Shield of Fire. The Shield of Fire, another shield weapon, which I don't know if it. I don't know if that's a weapon, but I guess I can. I guess I can. I guess I can give it its pass, and the sword that came with it. I don't know. I got confused when I put all this up. So I'm going to add the Mystic Force weapons. We put it in C tier. All because the season itself being planned well. They're not bad weapons. Let me tell you right now, they are not bad weapons at all. But like I said, you could have done better. Oh, I didn't mention the Mystic Force Fighters. I'm sorry about that. The Mystic Force Fighters, they're big boxing gloves. They don't mean much. It's kind of funny. Anyway, now we're gonna head to the good stuff. We're gonna head to good stuff. 3 seasons that all three of them would have been good had not been for budget constraints. Anyway, first up, Operation Overdrive. Now, it fits the Indiana Jones theme, but like the weapons themselves, they look they look good. Now that looks like a Pico Pico hammer. Amy Rose would be proud of them for that. The drive lines looks good. The drive vortex is kind of dull. The drive slammer looks it's like a big hammer, which is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous how it's missing. Oh, excuse me. The drive claws look like pieces of a bulldozer used as a weapon, which is ridiculous. The drive geyser is even more ridiculous, just because it looks like a big, one of those hoses that firefighters use. Yeah, that's that in a nutshell. And the drive detector is like a metal detector, but you use it as a weapon. Oh, come on, man! You could have thought better than this. The Sentinel sword is it can actually transform into Sentinel Knight and also be used as a weapon. And also is the source of the battleizer for Mac. So I guess I can give it an exception. But these guys, oh, and the Drive Defenders are nice. I like the melee weapons of the Overdrive Rangers, but the weapons themselves, they don't save this. They don't save this. They don't save this era. They don't save this. What's it called? They don't save this. They don't save this assortment of weapons here. So I guess we have to put them in D tier. They're not terrible. They're not terrible, but they disappointed me in terms of. I mean, they cause damage, but the design just kind of turns me away. It kind of turns me away. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, we get into a little bit of better territory. Um, the Jungle Fury weapons. Now, the Jungle Fury weapons look astounding. It matches the martial arts motif. Um, the Jungle Chucks, obviously the nunchucks. Casey had to take some time to learn them, but he's become a master. The Shark Sabers look iconic, looks amazing. The Claw Booster, it's a good weapon. It's a good weapon. I like it. The Jungle Tonfa. I don't know what a Tonfa is, but Theo used it perfectly. The Jungle Fan. I don't know why you would use a jungle. Possibly it fits. One of those. I don't know. And does it fit the Japanese motif? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the Jungle Mace looks a little better. Looks okay. The Jungle Bow, eh, I guess you can do better, but these are these are in itself much better than the Overdrive weapons because you actually they can use their animal spirits to power them up, and I like that. I like the whole animal spirit motif. Um, to to tell you the truth, um, I I love Jungle Fairy, Power Rangers Jungle Fairy when I was growing up. I actually grew up with Jungle Fairy, and I had a whole bunch of toys to compensate for it, and I threw them away. I threw them away. I don't know why I threw them away, but I was very obsessed with Power Rangers Jungle Fairy, and I did actually dress up as a Power Rangers as a Theo as the Blue Ranger for Halloween when I was a kid. I don't have the image, but yeah, little fun fact, little fun fact for you guys there. Anyway, now the last and final season of the Disney era, which was a shame because Disney knew how to do Power Rangers, and it's just a shame that Saban brought back the bought the franchise back and kind of did decent in its second run, but I had to give it to Hasbro for some strange reason. I still can't believe that happened. Anyway, that's a video for another day. Anywho, I I like these weapons. I like these weapons. They cause a great deal of damage, and they can carry they can um they can cover a large amount of area. That's what I wanted to say. So this will also be on the C tier because I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna fit in the C tier. Uh, I don't think it's gonna be on top. I guess it's gonna be better than Mystic Force. Yeah, it's better than Mystic Force. I guess we could say it's better than Mystic Force. Um, but Jungle Fairy's on the bottom, so I guess RPM, and Jungle Fairy's weapons are better than Mystic Force, obviously. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to any Mystic Force fans out there, but I feel like the Jungle Fairy weapons are much better in comparison than everything else that's shown. They're much better in comparison than the Mystic Force weapons. I think that I think we can all I think we can all agree that I think Jungle Fairy and RPM do better in terms of weapons than Mystic Force. I mean, I like the addition of magic. Believe you me, I love magic. But the only thing that I dislike about magic is in a weapon format and how it's used in a psychiatric manner per se. So, yeah, that was the entire Disney era of Power Rangers, possibly one of my favorite eras in the franchise. And now we're gonna head into the Neo Saban era. So, um, the Neo Saban era. Now, let me tell you something about the Neo Saban era. This is Saban's second attempt at making Power Rangers, and they did a pretty good job. They kept the franchise in New Zealand for some other time until they decided, nah, we're not gonna send them to New Zealand no more. So, um, I guess we could start with Samurai. I think, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Something about the Samurai weapons. I think I miss some. I think I miss some. Yeah, I think I missed some. I missed the bazooka. Um, or maybe I just yeah I did miss the bazooka. I mean, obviously, if I mentioned that I missed some weapons and I forgot to put the bazooka in there because I thought it was a team weapon, but it was an individual weapon. So I apologize for that. Um, so spin swords, typical sword. Um, typical sword has a bunch of elemental properties. I like the fact that they use elemental properties to represent each ranger. Like Jaden is fire, Kevin is water, Mike is earth. No, Mike is forest. Emily is earth. Mia is air. So I like the elemental motif of these weapons here. And as with Operation Overdrive, it marks the same problem because it just seems kind of dull. Except for the Fire Smasher, that thing is good. The Hydro Bow, no, it just some of these kind of disappoint me because I was expecting much better. I was really expecting much better than this, but I don't know. I don't want to put it in F tier. So I guess we didn't put it in D tier. I'm sorry. I love the season. Don't get me wrong, but I don't understand the design is just kind of dull, and I didn't like it. It's just except for the Barracuda blade, which is really cool, really cool. Actually, I take that back. It it kind of looks dull just thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's what I think. Now, as for Megaforce slash Super Megaforce, this was possibly the worst season of Power Rangers by far. But their weapons, except for Robo Knight and their Super Megaforce counterparts, these weapons just don't stand out. They don't stand out as a weapon. I'm disappointed by these weapons. And the Super Silver Spear, I like it. I like it. I like the Super Mega weapons, but the Megaforce weapons just don't stack up to whatever else is out there. So for the first F tier of the day, I'm gonna have to put these in F tier. I didn't like the design. I didn't like the design. I know. You're gonna look at me and say, give them a chance. They give them a chance. They look good on paper, but I don't know. They give the damage, but in design they look absolutely atrocious. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry again to every you know every single Power Ranger aficionado here. Ugh, I just didn't like the Mega Force weapons. Anyway, now we're gonna get into some good stuff. This will rise up something. The Dino Charge weapons. Now I watched a lot of Power Rangers Dino Charge, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's amazing. I didn't include the Dino Charge Morpher because I thought it was just a Morpher, but you can actually use it as a weapon. My bad. Anyway, these weapons are phenomenal. They look really cool, especially with the Dino Steel mode on. Their individual weapons look absolutely amazing. When they use their Dino Chargers to power up their weapons, they're just absolutely phenomenal. And the Titano Saber is just amazing. It's just amazing in style, performance, execution. It's just absolutely phenomenal. So I guess I have to put these in. I'll put these in B tier. I'll put these in B tier. I know. You don't want this to be in B tier. I know. Believe me, I don't want to put this in B tier. But at the same time, you can't deny it. These weapons look these weapons look fabulous. So I'm gonna put all these in B tier here. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad because I feel like it's gonna lag again. Um, it's hard to maneuver. And by the way, um, the Terra Saber it's a big sword. It's a big sword. You can put three Dino Charges in there, and you can like power it up to its max potential, and I freaking love that. Tricera Drill seems a little unorthodox if you ask me. Um, I believe the two other Rangers. I think there was 11 Rangers in this entire. I'm like there was 11 Rangers in this. 11 total Rangers in this entire season. They don't have a weapon dedicated to them. They don't have their own Dino Steel, which kind of sucks actually. The rest of them, a good chunk of them, don't have their own Dino Steel. Now, what this is the part of the season where they start crashing down the earth. Um, Ninja Steel, Dino Steel, Ninja Steel, Ninja Steel. Oh my God, these weapons. I don't know. It kind of dumbed down a little bit. I don't get it. It dumbed down a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna waste my breath on these weapons. I haven't seen them in action, so I guess I have to put them in unknown. I'm gonna create new row here. I'm gonna do unknown here. I'm doing unknown because I don't know these weapons as much as I used to. As much as I want to learn about them, I have no intention of learning about them. Now for the two seasons that were made by Hasbro, and I know I'm missing a season. I'm missing Cosmic Fury, but that is not what we're talking about right now. Because Cosmic Fury is Cosmic Fury. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. So if you want to watch that, go watch it. I I don't intend on watching Power Rangers on Netflix. It wasn't in me. It's never going to be in me. It's never going to be in me. I don't understand why they felt the need to put Power Rangers on Netflix and expected it to go berserker nuts. So I don't know. Anyway, Beast Morphers, another unknown. It's another unknown. I don't know these weapons. I don't understand these weapons. These weapons, I never saw them, never seen them. They look. I mean, I guess they look good, but unknown. Their damage output, I didn't like them. And matter of fact, I didn't watch both of these seasons because this is the part of the franchise where I just stopped watching Power Rangers altogether. But I think Dino Fury is gonna be in a low D tier because although I like the design of the weapons, China looks pretty dull. Color's pretty dull. But when we get to the battleizers and the vehicles and stuff, I think it will make much sense when we discuss the whole when we discuss how that season like builds it up in terms of battleizers and powers. So this is the finished product. I'm going to download it and we're gonna look at it together. This thing can download. Hold on for 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as you saw from there, if you see it from the left side, that is the entire tier list as it stands right now. So these all are going to be subject to change. I don't necessarily understand why it had to be that way, but as I look at these weapons, it's kind of certain to me that it's a kind of, to put it in a better prescription and put it in a better light, these weapons are kind of, well, in the Hasbro universe, that's what I'm talking about right now. And in the Hasbro universe, these weapons, I have no idea what they do or the damage output or anything. That's why I put it in the unknown tier. As for the other weapons, it's quite simple enough. Um, I see the Power Rangers weapons as a very basic staple in their arsenal to take out villains. So that's it. that is the tier list of the Power Rangers weapons and arsenal. Be sure to tune in for part 2 as I rank every single vehicle, or Power Rangers vehicle. Hopefully that doesn't lag too much. And I hope to see you guys. I hope to see you guys. Hope you. Oh crap! I messed up. I hope I see you guys for that video. It's gonna be fun. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this tier list. Tell me what you would change. Anything. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good day, everyone. Hello, hello. Future Thomas here. Before I end this video off, I do like to address a few things before I end this video. Um, I'm sorry it took so long for this video to be uploaded. I've been through a lot of stuff as of late, and it's not been a good couple months, at least in my opinion, of course. So I'm sorry it took a long time for me as a person to actually get this video up and done. I promise it won't take too long for the next one. I don't think that it's a lot of things. It's confidence on when I'm on camera and how I deal with things when I'm on camera. Like when I look at the camera, it's like another person in a way. And I always try to pretend like the camera isn't there. But yeah, I just wanted to address that it's been a very long time or a little bit something in between since I've uploaded or something like that. And if it did take long for me to upload this video, I mean obviously I said it will be uploaded in May, but here I am in June uploading this video. So if it's like that, then I apologize for it taking longer than it has been. I just want to say that. I just want to say I'm sorry for having you guys wait so long. These videos or these tier list videos rather are tough to do at a moment's notice. And what I want you guys to take away from this is it's tough to do, especially with all the research and all the websites that I had to like look up, especially with and with the time constraints that I happen to have during the day. So if I don't like actually show up at a certain time in terms of recording, then that sort of like defeats the purpose of making a video and such. So I just wanted to address that. Now I'm going to end the video. I hope you guys have a great day. Um, the next video, or possibly part 2 of this video, will, and I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but it's going to be a 4-part video. So I'm thinking part 2 is going to be up either Tuesday or Wednesday, or possibly next weekend. Who knows? But I will tell you when that shows up, or when that video is uploaded. If it doesn't If I just so happen to not let you know, then that is on me. That is definitely on me. So I apologize for that. I hope you guys have a good day. I just want to let you know that, just so you won't be in the dark once once this other hoopla is over. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. See you guys in the next video.